I've never played Dungeons and Dragons myself, and it became a major focus for people who believe Satan was using it to influence kids in the 80s. Dungeons and Dragons is a role-playing game that came out in the 80s and has had millions of players since then. It's one of those games where you really have to use your imagination. You can create different characters and races, and it includes a dungeon master to guide the story. In fact, you could probably play the game forever if you wanted to. What upset Christians at the time was that the game included demons, not as playable characters or things to invoke, but as enemies to defeat. Still, we blew it in Christian fashion, like always. We blew it way out of proportion, like we tend to do. We took a game that actually requires our God-given imagination and creativity to play and attributed it to something far more sinister. If you watch Stranger Things, do y'all remember season 4? There's one scene where a character named Jason, the good-looking basketball player, rallies the town's residents during a meeting.
These murders are ritualistic sacrifices. We've all heard about how satanic cults are spreading through our country like some disease. And Eddie Munson, he's the leader of one of these cults. A cult that operates right here in Hawkins. The mall fire. All those unexplained deaths over the years. Some people, they say our town is cursed. They just don't know why. Now we do. Now we know. They call themselves Hellfire.
He tells them that the Hellfire Club, the group named because they were playing Dungeons and Dragons and our main characters, is behind the killings and disappearances in the town. He even labels them a satanic cult to make his cause even more compelling. He quotes, or really misquotes, Romans 12:21 to stir up the town and convince them to help him hunt down their supposed leader, Eddie Munson. But the reality is, the conservative Christian right was Jason, and they had major beef with Dungeons and Dragons, Pokemon, rock music, and really anything that seemed even remotely demonic. And that's kind of where we find ourselves today. Not much really has changed. Sure, there's no more widespread panic anymore, but you'll still run into well-meaning Christians who label anything demonic if it doesn't fit into their preconceived ideas of what is good and godly.